Hello friends, welcome to Practice Project 2 series. In our last video, we have completed task understanding and initial analysis on source file data. So in this session, let's see how to design SSIS package for incremental loading of Excel files into SQL Server database table. So let's go to package design. If you already have the project, you can directly add new package into your project, or you can take new project and have a package in that new project to design. Okay, now let's drag data flow task into package designer and open data flow task and you configure your source connection. So our source connection here is Excel source. So drag Excel source and open Excel source, click new and browse and select your sample file, open and click OK and select your sheet. Sheet 1 is our sheet. Go to columns, you see all the columns here and click OK. And the transformations that supports incremental loading in SSIS package are slowly changing dimension, lookup, script component, and also script task in control flow task. So these are the four tasks that I know we can use to design this type of packages like incremental loading packages. But the most common tasks or transformations that we use are slowly changing dimension and lookup. So in this session, I'm gonna use slowly changing dimension to show you or to complete this task. Okay, so let's drag this slowly changing dimension into data flow task designer. And before mapping this Excel source into slowly changing dimension, I suggest you go to advanced editor and go to inputs and outputs and go to outputs and verify the output column data type. Because we are working with Excel source, it's always a good practice to check the data types of the Excel columns. Otherwise, you might face issues with date type or any other type uh, later. Okay. To avoid that, let's go to output columns in the advanced editor of Excel source and check each of your columns. So here the first one is ID. Actually the ID is integer, not float, right? So but it is considering it as float. So let's change that to integer. So it is DTR8, right? So let's change that to 8-byte signed integer. Okay. And go to segment. It is showing varchar, which is good, correct. Country, varchar, product, and other details are float. We know that these are float, so all those are correct. And currency, right? So date is showing dt underscore date, which is Excel formatted date. It doesn't support the SQL Server, or SQL Server is not support this Excel format, right? So we have to convert it as SQL Server compatible data type. So the data type that compatible for SQL Server is db date. If it is date, if it has date time values in it, then db timestamp is the one we have to select. So here in our case, the data that we have in this column is date, not date time. So I'm selecting db date. Okay. So and month number is showing float, so which is integer, right? So let's go and change that to integer. So we know that that is an I4 because that's a month number. That doesn't require 8. Month name is varchar, which is right, and year is integer again. So we can have I4. Okay. So we have done with the output columns adjustment as per our source and click OK. Now let's map this into slowly changing dimension. Now open slowly changing dimension and you will see a pop-up like this, and it's a wizard. It ask you all the details about the configuration in this wizard. So click next now. Now select your connection manager, that is your destination connection manager. So click new and click database name and click new. So database name is localhost, sorry, server name is localhost and database name is SSIS practice in my case, and click OK. Now click OK. So here table name. So here we don't have any tables and it's a new table we have to create, right? So let's cancel it and go to create a new table in our destination. So let's take a temporary task here, destination task, and remove the mapping to Excel slowly change dimension and drag that to OLEDB destination to create that table based on the Excel source schema. Now double click on this and choose your database server and click new here. Now let's prepare your table here. So create table. My table name is finance data, right? So and ID is begin, which is correct, and verify all the data types, date, correct, integer. So all data types are showing correct, right? So because okay, so all data types are correct. Now click OK. Uh, we missed one thing here. So before we proceed to slowly change in dimension configuration, one thing we have to check is, let's go to tables now and we see that newly created table, right? So now let's take modify script, drop and create script to new query window. And in order to maintain historical data, we have to specify two more additional columns to have that history. So when we go to the slowly changing dimension, you will know what it means. Okay, let's have two more columns, start date to maintain when it record was started, like date time, and end date, date time. Now execute again. So table created again. Now go to package design. Now go to mappings. So you see start date and end date. Let's choose. Okay, we don't have these two fields in the source, right? So that's why it's not showing. We can ignore. Click OK. Now delete this task because our table is ready in our destination. Now map Excel source into slowly changing dimension. We have now just done with the table creation. We haven't actually done anything on the SSIS package for incremental load. Please take a small break here and continue to my next videos on how to configure the slowly changing dimension. Thanks for watching my video. Please comment if you have any questions and like, share, subscribe to my channel to encourage me to do more videos like this and to get instant notification on the future videos. Thank you.